I'm going to share the top 10 mascaras of all time. I can't wait for you guys to see this because we're going to try every single mascara on so that you can see the difference and I can tell you just how amazing they are. Don't forget, I have an online publication called Confessions of Creative, which I would love to see you guys visit and see you guys over there. I cover several different topics such as style, beauty, fashion, culture, entrepreneurship, a bit of everything, all written by me. There are two versions of the subscription available. One is free where you get access to some of the site. The other is paid, which only costs you around a coffee a month. It's honestly nothing compared to what you actually get. You get access to the full site, subscriber perks and benefits, a room where we can actually chat, and I answer questions over there that you ask over here. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. And I'm over on Instagram, so don't forget to come over there, say hi and hit follow. Now let's head into this video. How excited are you guys about this video? I know I am. You're going to see the top 10 mascaras of all time. These are based on everything that I've used. I absolutely love them because I personally am a false lash girl. I absolutely love false lashes because obviously I have my own collection. But when I'm not wearing false lashes, which is usually when I want to give myself like a bit of a break or I just don't like wearing them during the day, I usually wear them in the evening, then I want a mascara which really does live up to what it's meant to do and also make me feel like, you know what, I can still go without false lashes. Like this is still enhancing my own natural lash. So I'm really excited. I'm not going to be doing this in any kind of particular order, so it's not like best to worst or, you know, this is number 1, this is like number 10. I'm just showing you a selection in a kind of random order. Also, I just want to quickly add, I am not going to be talking about any pros of each mascara that the brand talks about. So if the brand says this is lengthening, this is curling, I'm not going to be really focusing on that. I'm purely going to be focusing on what I see from the mascara and the pros that I see. Because if I start talking about what the brand says it's good at, then honestly, any brand can say anything and I don't want to go just by that. I want to go by actually what I've noticed myself. So that's just a little quick note for you. So first off, we're going to start with the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. This is a mascara I absolutely love. We're going to be putting on each mascara. So I am going to just get started now. Now, what I love about this is you can get this in a waterproof version as well. But honestly, I don't really use waterproof mascaras. And I genuinely am telling you, like I live in a very hot country. I have never had a problem with mascaras that are not waterproof. If you yourself find that your mascara is kind of like, you know, it doesn't really stay put or you need, you know, it runs or something, then opt for the waterproof version. But this is not the waterproof version. None of the ones that I'm going to be wearing are. It's a very flexy kind of brush and it's super easy to apply. I just feel like you're not sitting there forever kind of applying your mascara. See how good this mascara is? It's super lengthening. I feel like this mascara gives you that very kind of false lash effect. And by the way, this mascara, these lashes right here stay looking like this all day. It's an absolutely amazing mascara. Highly recommend this. It's basically a drugstore mascara. I mean, why not? Why would you not go for this? It just goes to show you don't always have to go for high-end mascaras. I've been using this mascara for ages now and honestly it hasn't dried out. The consistency is still really good, so would highly recommend this. Let's move on to the next one. This next one is the YSL Lash Clash Mascara. I absolutely love this mascara and you're going to see why. So it's quite a chunky kind of brush and it basically gives you this kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like not necessarily like super lengthening and kind of like spiky looking. It almost gives you a very kind of like lived in lash. It's not over the top at all. I just feel like it's a bit more of a natural lash, but with a hint of volume. So it's not over the top. It's not like super separating. If anything, I feel like it gives you a bit more of a kind of messy lash look, but not overly messy. I love this mascara because I feel like it's a good kind of like everyday mascara. I'd say that I'm happy to use this if I want something which isn't really focusing on necessarily lengthening or kind of like thickening them. It's got a bit of everything, but just enough. It's not over the top. It's not like, wow, this is super thickening or wow, this is super lengthening. Like I love this mascara because it just gives you that kind of very lived in lash and enhances your natural lash. It's genuinely a good mascara and I know that you guys are going to love it. It's just something that I use on a day-to-day basis and I feel like it just, like I said, just enhances that natural lash. Next is my Benefit Fan Fest mascara. I love this mascara. I only recently started using Benefit. Well, actually, I'd say probably about 6 months ago in terms of like a mascara, and it's a different one that I'm going to show you, which is coming up. And ever since, I've like been thinking to myself, I'm just going to give it a go. I'm just going to give them a chance because I don't know why I just didn't think the mascaras would be that good. And honestly, this is such a good one because it genuinely is curling. Now, this one I will say states that it is a curling mascara. It really opens up your lashes, and I would say it actually genuinely does do that. Like, so that's one claim that they make that I actually think it does do. I find it's a very, very kind of eye-opening mascara, and if you want that kind of like doll-like eye, then you're really gonna get it with this because it genuinely does like open up your eyes a lot more. And also, this is a kind of curved wand. I don't know if you can see that there. It's very kind of curved there, so it does that. Obviously lends a helping hand in like really curling your lashes, but this I genuinely feel opens up the lashes. I feel like it's not just kind of like, it's kind of everywhere. It really does open them up without making them look spiky or anything like that. So that's another great mascara. Next is the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. This is a mascara that I also absolutely love, and the reason being is because it is super, super thickening. Like, not to the point where you're like, okay, now I just have too much mascara on and now it just looks ridiculous. Like, as in, it genuinely is thickening pretty quickly. Like, that's all I've applied and that's super quick, and I've already got a really thick kind of like looking lash, and it still tapers the ends off, so it doesn't look like thick where it's like, you know, where it starts sticking to the ends of your lashes and you're like, okay, now I've just gone too far, now I just can't do anything else. It genuinely does taper it off at the end, so it looks thick from the root and kind of like nice and feathery at the ends. I would say this is a great volumizing mascara, and it's probably one of the quickest mascaras to apply. I feel like that was super quick for me. This is a mascara I know you're gonna love. It genuinely does kind of like thicken the lashes at the root. You don't have to worry so much about really trying to get the brush in there. Somehow you just get a really thick root lash. Like I said, it tapers out nice and kind of like fluid at the ends. It's not like thick and clumpy at the end. So this is another mascara you're going to love. Ultra black, really, really good for kind of like just making your lashes pop a bit. Another one I know you are going to love. And next we have Benefit They're Real Magnet Lashes Mascara. This is actually the first Benefit mascara that I discovered that I really, really liked. So this mascara, I feel like it's something that you are going to love day to day. I think what I found with this mascara is when I started using it, I just wouldn't stop using it. And then I was like, oh my God, it hasn't. I mean, it has. It's been ages since I've actually used a mascara that has made me basically just want to continue to use it. Like, I didn't stop using it. I even stocked up and got like an extra mascara because I was like, I don't want to run out of this because it was so good. So this is a mascara that basically kind of like, I would say it just enhances your lashes. So it gives you that nice kind of thickness to your lash, but not overly kind of thick and so much volume. Do you see what I mean? It's really kind of like enhancing your lashes. It doesn't look like it's like overly thick. It's kind of the same consistency from kind of root to tip. I would say you do get a slight kind of like feather effect at the tip, but ultimately it just is an all-rounder. This is a great mascara. It doesn't dry up. In fact, none of these mascaras actually dry up. These are all mascaras that have kind of like really stood the test of time for me and last throughout the day. So this is the next one that I absolutely love. Next up is my NARS Climax Extreme. This mascara is so much better than the red one, which is the Climax mascara. I absolutely love this because it just literally, like, I feel like it's super quick for that thickness, and it really does kind of give me that almost like a messy lash, but I feel like I don't have to like sit there for ages trying to get the kind of thickness that I want. It's a really easy mascara. It's just like a big brush, so you really get that kind of like root to tip thickness, and it's just kind of like a fuss-free mascara. I like to kind of alternate with this mascara, and what I mean by that is like I apply a coat to one eye, I then move over and do one coat to this eye, and then I move back over and do another coat. The reason for that is because this is the kind of mascara I feel like you need to let the first coat dry just a little bit, so that's why I kind of do it this way, because I'm not actually wasting any time. So as you can see, it gives you a really nice kind of messy lash, and it's really interesting, I feel like, for you guys to actually see the difference in all these mascaras and see what your take is on it. This is probably the thickest one, I would say, out of all of them, or I feel that anyway. You'll have to let me know what you guys think. But this is a really good mascara that stays put as well. And yeah, I think you're going to love this one too. Next up is the Benefit Bang Bad Girl Mascara. This is a really, really good mascara when you want ultra black root like to your lash line. And I just feel like I like to kind of like jiggle it around at the root and then just kind of like drag it outwards. And I kind of do the same thing with this, which is like I basically let this dry a little bit and then move back to it. And I think the reason I love this one is because it's not clumpy at all, and it really does kind of like give me that rich black root. Like I jiggle it into the root and then I drag out and then I go back. And I think, yeah, what I was saying was the reason I love this is because it really does kind of lengthen my lashes as well as give me that really nice kind of like thickness at the root. So this is a mascara that I feel like if you want that length as well as like a really nice thick kind of like root to the lash, I feel like this is one you're going to love because it's a thin flexi brush again. It's not too like messy in terms of like using it. None of them are really. But this, as you can see, it gives you that really nice kind of like lift at the root, but it's very thick at the root without it looking like I've got a whole load of kind of like mascara there. And I love how it tapers out at the ends, so it doesn't kind of look clumpy at the ends at all. And I think another thing I really love about all of these mascaras is that like I don't have any eyeliner, any eye makeup on, so you can really see how well it's doing and how it looks from like, you know, from the before and after. So yeah, that is my next mascara that I'm absolutely loving. Next up is my Lancome mascara. I can never say this. Let me try Hypnostrama. I don't know, I'm probably wrong. Whenever I try and say anything which is just like anything complicated or just not in English, I'm just like the worst. Anyway, I really love this mascara, as you guys are gonna see, because it has a curved brush and I feel like this gives me a kind of everyday look. So this isn't something that I would say gives me that kind of like super kind of thick lash look. I feel like if anything, this is actually quite a natural mascara. I feel like it gives me a very kind of like day-to-day look, and I can't remember because obviously all of these brands have different kind of pros to each mascara. Like they all say they do something different, but if you look this up, it might actually end up saying that it gives you really thick lashes, where I don't think it does. I think this is more of a kind of like everyday lash that's actually very, very natural. So this is a really good mascara if you want something which just enhances your lashes, isn't over the top, isn't super thickening. As you can see, like they're not super long. Like the other mascaras definitely lengthen my lashes way more, but then that's not what I want from this anyway. So like this is something that I would use when I know I want something which is there, but it isn't kind of in your face. If you want something which isn't kind of like super lengthening, super thickening, then this is your mascara. Because I know there are a lot of people out there actually that want a mascara like this that just literally just enhances your lashes, but they don't want it to look like they've got super long lashes. So this is for you if that's what you like. Next, we are on to Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes, and this is a great mascara. I use this for my upper and lower lashes because it's just the perfect size, but I like this because it has two edges to it. So one is flat like that, if I'm doing that right. Yeah, flat. No, this is the, well, I don't know how to explain it, but basically one side is like that and one side is fat, right? Basically what you do is you use the fat side to press into your like root there, so that thickens the root immediately, as you can actually see there, and then you like switch it up and use the other side to really drag it through the lashes to get a really nice kind of like lengthening lash effect, and it kind of drags all that product you put into the root through to the ends. So it's a very natural kind of like look that you get. It isn't like overly thickening. You can thicken it more and more, like the more you kind of go in with layers, but I actually think that, you know, this is kind of enough. And I like how you've got the two edges to it, so it really does kind of like show you how you can use one for the thickening of it and then the other for the lengthening of it, and you can really finish it off at the end by really pressing into the root. And it's really effective. I feel like using that flat part of the brush is really effective with like kind of really thickening up the root, which is great because I feel like you have that option then. You don't necessarily have to just stick from root to ends and then that's it. Like you have the option of letting your kind of your root look a lot thicker, so it actually gives that kind of like effect of wearing a little bit of eyeliner or a little bit of a smoky lash line, which I think is pretty cool. So this is another mascara that has not let me down. Next, we have my Pat McGrath Labs Fetish Eyes Mascara. This is a great mascara because one, I love Pat McGrath. Two, I feel like this gives me a really good messy lash as well. I love that you have the option of like having a messy lash. Now, when I'm talking about a messy lash, I'm not talking about like super messy where it looks like messy, you know, like not like messy. It's like kind of like an undone look without like okay, this is the best way to describe a messy lash for me, so maybe I'm using the wrong term. An effortless undone lash, if that makes sense. So I really like this because I feel like I get that whole kind of like root to end lift, as well as like a nice amount of thickness which isn't over the top, and I don't feel like I have to keep applying, like, you know, go back and forth to each eye. So I feel like I get a decent amount of like coverage with this product. I do really like how the lashes taper out at the end because I feel like it just gives a very kind of fluttery look to my eye, and I like how there's a little bit of thickness at the root. So yeah, this is another mascara that I absolutely love. I do feel like you can layer this up a bit more if you want to, or you could just kind of like apply a very like small amount just for a very natural lash. I feel like you can do that with most of these mascaras, and yeah, that basically is my last mascara, and I am so happy we've got through all those. I was really excited about showing you these mascaras because it's taken me quite a while to kind of build up this set of mascaras, and I haven't just picked 10. Like, I haven't just picked 10 because, you know, I've rounded it up to 10 or because I thought it sounds good. I genuinely have 10 mascaras which are my all-time favorites, and that is why I wanted to share these with you. I could have kept it easy and stuck to 5 or something, but honestly, this is what I've built myself up to, is using 10 mascaras that I alternate with every so often, and I know you're going to love them. These are mascaras that I know anyone is going to love, and hopefully I've shown you how to apply it and like how I kind of alternate with some of them so that it makes it a bit easier for you. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, let me know, because I want to see like how much you're loving these like 10 best, I don't know, primers, 10 best mascaras, 10 best black eye pencils. Maybe you want to know what the best eye pencil is. Maybe you want to know what the best brow pencil is. Like, maybe I can show you videos like this. So let me know in the comments box below, and hopefully it's helped you to pick out which mascara you want to opt for, or maybe try out next time something different to your usual mascara. So I'm sending you loads of love and good vibes wherever you are in the world, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Until the next video, take care, and I'll see you soon.